I dislike the people. Wagwan loves, I'm Anesha, your Jamaican friend living in Sweden. Idag ska jag prata om 5 grejer jag gillar och ogillar i Sverige. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things I like and 5 things I dislike living in Sweden. For those who are new, welcome. And for those who are returning, wagwan. I see you. So we're going to go bad, good, so we can end on something good so you guys don't light me up. And I'd appreciate it if you finish watching the video till the end before you comment nasty things about me. Number 1 on the... I accidentally deleted the first dislike, which is Swedish food. Yeah, I said it. It's just bland for me. Like list would be their culture. I mean, Swedish culture is pretty cool. If it's not the midsummer, which is when you... So from my understanding, if you're Swedish, you can explain it to me, alright? You dress up in these like flowery thingies and you put on like this spiky thing, this rose thorn, and you celebrate fertility for the whole day, and on that day the sun doesn't set. So you dance around a pole and you sing and celebrate fertility, and that's the day where people, you know, for the whole day, usually, if you're not single. So, so if it's not midsummer, it's fika, which is kanelbullens, and coffee. I'm not a coffee person, I'm more of a tea person, but you get the idea. It's just very chill and relaxing. I like that it's a very relaxed and chill culture. As for the music, I'm not big on EDM, but they have Swedish reggae, which I love reggae, so of course I listen to Swedish reggae. You have this artist called Kapten, and I knew of ABBA before moving to Sweden, so culturally I like it. It's pretty cool, especially the kanelbullens dagar, where you eat kanelbulle for the whole day. Like, Sweden is definitely, you know, getting me fat. Sweden is definitely getting me fat, but that's besides the point. The small things, I really like them. Number 2 on the dislike list. You didn't even have to ask, you already know. It's the weather. The weather. Swedish weather is not for anybody, like it's not playing around. Apart from the Swedish winters, ursäkta, they're brutal. Swedish winters are brutal, but it's not because of the cold, it's because of the darkness. So some days you only get the sun for 2 hours, and before I lived in Göteborg, before I lived in Gothenburg, and it's like a fisherman's village, so it's always raining. If it's not cold and dark, it's raining outside. Now I live in Stockholm and it's still kind of bleak for the whole day, it's grey the whole day. And my problem with the summer, I love the sun, you know, I'm from island girl, so I love the summer. Like, the summer is made for me. Swedish summer, with the sun on my skin, it's nice. My problem with the summer is that the sun doesn't set. The sun doesn't go down. I think couple days the sun stays up for hours. The sun sets at midnight or at maybe 1 o'clock, and that really drives you insane with your sleep cycle. So if you should like wake up to go to work, it's very hard to function. But then the heat is nice, so I have a big problem with the Swedish weather. So not just Swedish summer, but Swedish winter as well. I think autumns in Sweden are very beautiful. Like, this is probably my favorite season so far. But yeah, I have a big problem with Swedish weather. Number 2 on the like list is the language. I mean, I have to be honest. It's when I just come to Sweden. Me never like it. Me like it. I like hear the language, but being forced to speak the language was another thing. You know, when you have to do something, it was kind of like math. But then the more I heard it, the more I loved it. I just love how it sounds. I can't speak it so well yet, or I'm not perfect yet. I'm not fluent, but I like hearing it because it's very melodic. For example, jag gillar svensk språket eftersom det är vackert och melodiskt. Jag gillar svensk språket eftersom det är vackert och melodiskt. I'll be getting there. But I like the way the language sounds, basically, because it's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's melodic. Number 3 on the dislike list, and this is where you guys are gonna kind of feel like I dislike the people. Alright, so let me explain. When you just move here, you have to interact with people. You're trying to form new friends, new bonds. Maybe if you move to Sweden for work or you move to Sweden for school, you probably want to form new relationships, but it's very hard. Very hard, because it's a very introverted society, so people aren't really talking to you like that, and they make non-verbal communication where it takes you a while to understand. Because, for example, this is more in Stockholm, because Göteborg, they're more friendly, but in Stockholm I stand and someone comes behind me, just standing there, you know, because they want to pass, but I don't know they're there, and then I go and want you to move out of the way, you know. So those little non-verbal cues, I'm still picking up on them. And the fact that I moved from somewhere else, which means that I had to interact with people, or I was trying my best to meet new people, it was very hard because people aren't social like that. I heard that they're shy, but I think when you get to know them, they're not so shy. I have lived there for 2 years, so of course I'm over that problem. Number 3 on the like list will be the people. And I know what I just said, I know. But they're pretty chill. And considering that I'm from Jamaica, where everybody knew damn business, it's pretty refreshing to have people that mind their business. And once you're over the whole trying to make friends, and once you have friends, you don't care. Because in public, people have their earphones in, so it's not noisy. Therefore, you can read on the bus. You can watch your movie on the bus. You can do whatever, you know, and people don't care. Like, they really and truly don't care. And if they're nosy, they do it in the way that it's supposed to be done. Like, they put their earphones in, they pause the music, and they listen to your business as though they're not listening. And that is perfect. I like that. I like that. So the introverted society works for me. I like that. And if you don't know, Swedish people have very dark and that works well for me. So I like the people, because when you meet someone here that's chill and you guys like the same things and like going to the same places and the energy is there, yeah, and they're pretty funny, you know? So number 4, and we're almost at the end. By the way, if you like this video, like it. And if I make you smile one time I make you smile, just share it, alright? For me, it's not so much the style of clothing. Everybody dresses the same, by the way. It's not that, it's more the colors. Because I like dressing in bright colors. I like yellow, and now I'm in green. What color is this? Green? White? Something? But I like yellow, I like green, I like red. I like purple. I like colory stuff, but I like when they match, and there's not much options for that here. So I must say no on the Swedish clothing. But their cuts are nice, and I think the people, I know the people here work out a lot, so their clothes fit them really well. So they look good in clothes, and the fashion is okay, but I don't like the options of the colors, if you get what I mean. Number 4 on the like list would have to be the nature and the architecture. Architecture. Yeah, you understand. I remember some of my friends would say, oh, we're going for a walk. And I'd be like, walk where? Where are you walking to? Why do you want to walk? I don't understand that. But then when you go outside, you see it is beautiful. My God, especially in autumn. This is why I love autumn. This is why I love autumn in Sweden. Because the nature, it's just beautiful. The leaves falling off, the fresh air. Sweden is really clean, by the way. Like, they recycle a lot. So it's nice to be outside. And Swedish architecture, it's very old, and they have like these little houses. I don't remember what they're called, but they're usually for summer where people go and garden. They are beautiful. I don't remember, if anybody remember what they're called, please let me know. But they're smooth, they're tiny, and they're pretty. They're so pretty. And Swedish cottages, like the older ones where it's red and white, I don't know if that's a part of the architecture, but I like that because it's very cozy, it's very homey, and I would not leave my house if I lived in one of those houses. So I love their architecture and I love their nature because it's a lot of trees, it's lots of greens. It's beautiful, basically. I said that, but I hope you get in me. It is beautiful, alright? Number 5 on the dislike list. If you hate me, just hold it for one more second, you know? I don't dislike Systembolaget, I hate it. The government controls alcohol. They sell it to you and you can't just buy it anywhere. You can't buy it at stores like that. I think you can get it at bars, but it's very, very expensive. So you can't really buy rum and stuff like that off the street or at a corner store, or it's not like that. So all of the alcohol is regulated by the government, and they sell it at certain hours and they close at certain hours, especially on weekends. I think they close at 3 o'clock. I don't remember, but I hate Systembolaget, basically. That's my final dislike. And my last like would have to be that everything works. I don't like this, I love this. From the bus coming on time, and people that are in Jamaica cannot relate to this. The bus coming on time. Somebody says they're going to meet you at 2, they're there at 2. Everybody's in a line, basically, so people don't kind of push past you and say, oh, well, it's because you're silent, that's why I'm coming in front of you. So everything functions as it should, and I'm basically praising the public transport system. Like, everything works as it should. So yeah, I love that. Everything is orderly. It's kind of predictable and boring, if you may say, but when you live here, considering that you get 1 month vacation, 6 weeks vacation, you can travel to exciting places, but then you return to the calmness. So if you like this video, like it and subscribe for more, and I will see you next week. Later.